Traditional budgeting has a 92% failure rate, and it's not because people lack discipline, it's because the entire system fights against how your brain actually works. You've probably spent countless hours tracking every expense, categorizing purchases, and setting spending limits, only to find yourself with the same empty savings account month after month. Here's the thing that'll blow your mind. There's a reverse budget paradox that completely flips this broken system on its head. People who pay themselves first and never track a single expense save 304% more money than those using traditional budgeting methods. Zero spreadsheets, zero guilt, zero willpower required. I'm going to show you the 3-account automation system that makes saving money feel effortless while traditional budgeters are still arguing with themselves about that coffee purchase. But first, you need to understand why your current approach is sabotaging your financial future through something called cognitive load. Every time you track an expense, your brain burns glucose, making micro decisions about categories, amounts, and whether you're staying on track. This creates decision fatigue that actually makes you worse with money, not better. It's like trying to lose weight by obsessing over every calorie while ignoring the fact that you're stress eating, because counting calories is stressing you out. The visibility bias makes this even worse. You'll agonize over a $5 coffee while completely missing the $200 you could save by automating your phone bill payment, or the $2,000 sitting in a checking account earning zero interest. Your brain gets hijacked by small, visible expenses while the big wins slip by unnoticed. Traditional budgeting triggers what psychologists call scarcity mindset. Every purchase becomes a moral judgment about your worth and discipline. You start feeling guilty about normal human needs, which creates a restriction rebellion cycle. You'll be good for 3 weeks, then blow $300 on something you don't need because your brain is rebelling against the artificial scarcity you've created. Here's the neurological truth. Your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for self-control, has limited bandwidth. When you force it to make dozens of spending decisions daily, it gets exhausted. Studies show that people who track every expense make 40% worse financial decisions by the end of the day because their decision-making capacity is depleted. I know someone who tracked every coffee purchase for 2 years, knew exactly where every dollar went, and still had zero emergency fund. Meanwhile, their coworker who never budgeted but automated $300 monthly into savings had $7,200 saved without thinking about it once. That's the power of systems over willpower. The pay yourself first principle flips traditional budgeting completely upside down. Instead of tracking expenses and hoping money's left over for savings, you save first and spend what remains. This isn't just a mindset shift. It's a complete rewiring of your financial operating system. That works with your psychology instead of against it. When you automate savings before you see the money, you eliminate the willpower battle entirely. Your brain can't spend money it never sees. There's no internal negotiation about whether you deserve to save this month or if you have enough left over. The decision is made once, automated forever. Here's the 3-account setup that makes this bulletproof. Account 1 is your income account where paychecks land. Account 2 is your automated savings that pulls money immediately after each paycheck. Account 3 is your spending account that receives whatever's left after savings are handled. The implementation takes exactly 10 minutes. First, open a high-yield savings account that's not linked to your debit card. This creates beneficial friction for accessing the money while earning actual interest. Second, set up an automatic transfer for the day after your paycheck hits. Start with whatever amount doesn't make you panic, even if it's just $50. Third, have your remaining paycheck automatically transferred to your spending account. This system exploits the visibility bias in your favor. Your spending account balance becomes your spending limit without any mental math or category juggling. When the account hits zero, you're done spending for the pay period. Meanwhile, your savings grow invisibly in the background, accumulating wealth without triggering any scarcity anxiety. The math behind the 340% improvement is straightforward. Traditional budgeters save an average of 2% of their income because they're fighting cognitive load and decision fatigue. Pay yourself. First automation users save an average of 9% because the system removes human psychology from the equation entirely. That's not willpower, that's engineering. The beauty is this scales with any income level. Whether you make $40,000 or $400,000, the principle remains identical. As your income grows, you simply increase the automated savings amount. The system adjusts automatically because it's based on percentages, not fixed dollar amounts. Here's where most people mess up the implementation. They set the automated savings too high initially, triggering financial panic that makes them abandon the system. Start conservative. Your goal is building the automation habit, not maximizing savings in month 1. You can always increase the amount once the system feels natural. The second trap is linking your savings account to your debit card or keeping it at the same bank as your checking account. This removes the beneficial friction that prevents impulse withdrawals. Your savings account should require deliberate action to access, not be available with a quick transfer on your phone app. The third mistake is checking your savings balance obsessively. This triggers the same tracking mentality that makes traditional budgeting fail. Set up the automation, then check your savings quarterly, not daily. Let compound growth do its work in the background while you focus on living your life. The 10-minute setup that transforms your financial future starts right now. Open that high-yield savings account, set the automatic transfer for tomorrow, and watch your relationship with money fundamentally shift. You're not budgeting anymore, you're engineering wealth accumulation that happens whether you think about it or not. This system works even if you've failed at budgeting 17 times before because it removes the human element that causes failure. You're not relying on discipline, motivation, or perfect tracking. You're using automation to make saving money the path of least resistance, while spending becomes the conscious choice. The 3-account automation advantage eliminates decision fatigue, removes spending guilt, and builds wealth in the background. Your cognitive load drops to zero because there's nothing to track, nothing to categorize, and nothing to feel bad about. Money flows into savings automatically while you spend freely from what remains. Automation beats willpower every single time because willpower is a finite resource that gets depleted throughout the day. The reverse budget paradox works because it aligns with human psychology instead of fighting against it. When you pay yourself first and automate the process, saving money becomes as effortless as breathing. If you want to take this financial transformation even further, subscribe so you don't miss the advanced strategies that separate the financially free from those still stuck in the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle.